Yo, what's going on, guys? So I've just made this new map, which I'm hoping to publish pretty soon. And the reason why I made it was because I had actually deleted my last map. So I made a map like this, like a massive box with spawning plates and loot, shotgun, yeah, some heals and stuff. But I'd made this map a few years ago and I'd overwritten it. And this used to be my map where I used to come and warm up. So when I first started playing, I wasn't able to, practice in game, even in a pub, because, I just switched to mouse and keyboard and it was too difficult to fight. So I couldn't really practice. So I made a map like this, and I used to have, where I put the fish, there was like a bot. And because this was a long time ago, they hadn't got the moving bots, and I've made a new map with like bots that move around. But just for the purpose of this video, I've turned this so that he doesn't respawn. But anyway, so this map is probably going to get published soon if you guys want to try it. But yeah, no, but the purpose of this video was to show you guys a few things. I wanted to show you some tips on how to key and stuff. So like, the first thing I wanted to show, I saw someone else do it in another video and it looked pretty cool. It was like, imagine if someone's boxed up in here, right? Right, so like, where that fish is, let's say that's your enemy. Instead of like, doing this, pickaxing, pulling your shotgun out, or, wait, hold on, or doing this, like, one of the best things I've seen to approach a box without getting hit is you place a cone first, jump, and then normally what happens is your opponent will make this edit. Because if you imagine them, that's what they're going to do. I'm not really going to do this one. Might do this one. This is kind of stupid as well. No way they're doing this. And this doesn't really make sense. So it's always this one that they make. And the other thing as well is, like, they don't expect you, because when you're dropping down here, like, you just drop here. They've got the visual sound effects and stuff. They can hear you. But they won't have time to, like, really do a proper peek, because you just drop out of nowhere. So they'll insta-edit. And what that means is that if you just drop in like this, you basically get a shot and then you're protected. Another thing I wanted to talk about is like the pre-edits, because I don't see many people doing this, but let's say your opponent makes 2 boxes, right? This is where he's standing. And let's say he's got a cone in there as well. And you're like fighting from this side, yeah? Okay, sorry, I have to restart. So what I was saying was, imagine your opponent's got 2 boxes like this. One like this and one like that, because you're fighting from that side, so he's got like that ramp there. And this is your opponent, right? A lot of people will try a whole bunch of things just to make it more obvious how he's mental. A lot of people do all sorts of things, right? But with pre-edits, this is the one I see the most. So like, people will come in and do this. Now that one's okay. But you see how you have to like jump? So that's not that good. And I've seen Clix doing that. Not this one, but I've seen Clix doing the one I'm going to tell you guys about. And this one's way optimal because it gives you a right hand peek and you can still move. So instead of doing this, this is the more optimal one. So you see you're coming. Boom. It doesn't really work so much as easily in trios. But you see how, like, if you're fighting from this side, you still have a right hand peek. You see, like, if your opponent's standing here, they can't see you, they can't shoot you. That's the best they can do. So they're probably going to try and do this. Well, they won't have the pre-edits, but you know what I mean. Yeah, anyway, Yeah, that's another thing I needed to show you guys. This period is kind of nice as well. You come in and obviously you'd want to have a cone there before, but people don't really expect that one. But this one's better when you have a team, because then you can just run in. Because if you have this one and you have a whole trio with you, see, it's like, notice that, like, you got a bit of like, you can't just walk in. So this is probably the most optimal, because this is the one I kept seeing everybody use. People would do this. See, they would just and I mean, when you have a whole team running in, it works, but you just gotta imagine, like, there's a reason why pros are doing this one, you know, because you're standing here, they're standing on this side, pushing, see? Always protected on your right side, on your left side, and then you have the right hand peak, I mean. So once again, and then another thing I wanted to talk about is something I've seen peterbot do, which is, let's imagine this is your opponent, right? Your opponent's got, like, this is your opponent, right? And you're pushing from this side. Right, so you might piss a cone in front of the wall, he'll try and take it. What most people do, they do it like this. They spray with the AR, replace it, edit, shoot. Except what happens is that your opponent, he'll be trying to get away and stuff. So what I noticed peterbot doing was, he comes in and he's always, you know, shooting it with his pump, because the sentinel does so much damage. Yeah, and then instead of so once he's got it, instead of going for another shot, what he does is he switches to his AR, because his opponent does this, and then he goes for the sentinel. So you see, like, it's instead of making the mistake of doing this and shooting a wall, it's like muscle memory. He's trained himself to, like, do it inverse. So you use the shotgun, always reloading. See, like, that doesn't seem like much, but if you think about it, in a fight, everybody always does the opposite. They always spray and then shotgun. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe if it helped you in any way.